Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store. We're here, Big Bang PSO Leary in Liverpool. Just watched you been put through a bit of a grueling session, but you boys all have that same sort of really high intense work rate. How are you feeling anyway? You're looking well.
Yeah, feeling good. Feeling fantastic once again. Camp has gone really good. Everyone knows me opponent now. I've been keeping that quiet for so long.
Yeah.
Obviously because not on my behalf, but obviously it wasn't being announced and stuff like that, so it was a bit frustrating for me. Obviously so many fans wanted to get tickets, etc. So look, it's out now. Camp's gone well. You have to see what I'm being put through, so yeah, I can't complain.
Dara Foley, tough opponent. I think last opponent, Jack Cattrall, who's obviously just come off a victory against stablemate Josh Taylor. So you know the type of test that you're going to get. Is that the type of fight that you feel is just about right for you now? You're on an incredible run. You're getting a lot of headlines every time you go out and perform. Everyone's raving about your performance. But is he the type of opponent that's going to help sort of bridge that gap for you to the next level?
Yeah, first and foremost, Belfast was like supposedly a homecoming, obviously, and looked in the SSE Arena, which is an hour and a half from where I live. Yeah. Which a homecoming for me is the Tree Arena, which is like 2-minute walk from the house. So yeah, look, it is what it is. We have to take it. And Dara Foley, we're an incredible fighter. Dublin versus Dublin, Ireland versus Ireland. Yeah. He's down under, so he has to travel back over. In front of his home fans also, so yeah, I think it's going to be a fantastic fight. Fight-wise, he's going to be tricky. He's very, very durable. Yeah. He's tough as nails, and I expect a tough fight.
You've proven everyone always talked about this power. I was witness to it behind closed doors back in the day when I first started, and saw you score, get some incredible knockouts. But you've shown more as the fights have gone on, your boxing ability. It's always a double-edged sword when you're knocking people out. Everyone's like, but can they change it up? Can they box on the back foot? You've sort of showed a bit of a variation now of your game. What type of version do you think we're going to expect to see in Belfast?
Look, I think everybody gets mixed up with the power. I mean, my skill set. Yeah. My boxing IQ is fantastic. Joe loves it. Joe likes working with my boxing IQ rather than the power. Forget the power. Power comes when you set things up, and obviously setting things up comes with a fantastic boxing IQ. Mm-hmm. So yeah, for me, it's just to go out there and stick to the game plan with Joe and Dick puts together and nail, and that's it.
You must be pleased to be fighting in Ireland. I know you mentioned where home is for you, but when we talk about the big nights in boxing and fans that know the boxing, over the years for me, I would say Belfast one of them. It's one of them places where it's like, you walk into that arena, there's a good atmosphere. Everybody knows what they're coming for. And I'm sure you'll create a buzz on the night. Look, before we last spoke, it was announced that Conlan Boxing, managing you now moving forward. Michael, Jamie sort of helping, guide you alongside your promoters, Queensberry. Why then? Why was that the right choice?
I thought it was the right choice for me, for my career now at the moment, going forward. And obviously, as you said, like, it's not a homecoming, but it is in Dublin, and I'm treating it like a homecoming because Belfast is where I started my career off back in the 11th of October 2019. I think, 19, yeah, it was. So that's where every time I fought in Belfast, I always brought a huge crowd up, and it's only now, so people ain't spending bundles of money to come back out to London or travel to the UK, anywhere like that, because it's very expensive. So at least you can go up there, travel, and then travel home. So. Yeah, look, I just think fighting in Belfast once again, it's fantastic. It's just the fans. Everyone likes getting up into Belfast as well because it's a nice little weekend away from them as well, So, but just the buzz around fight week up there is fantastic. It's amazing.
Have you had a chat with, obviously, Michael, Jamie? Have they give you sort of, I suppose, words of advice? You're not newly turned pro, but obviously still young in the game, still learning your trade. You had conversations with these boys. I spoke to Jamie last week, and I know he was waxing lyrical about getting you on board to help be a part of your journey and to help guide you. What have they sort of said to you, like encouraging words, advice?
It's a funny one because we've always they've always supported me regardless. Yeah. They've always support me, and I felt very close to them. And look, I think their ambition to succeed in boxing it's just fantastic. And even just sitting around them and the vibe we're getting from them, the work ethic, what they've been through, they know the boxing game inside out, and I'm learning so much from them. And it's not even what they're telling me. It's just like it's the small little stuff that I'm dealing with, like which is in some, it's big in my eyes, but in someone else's eyes it could be small, which is like missing my family, my daughter, my girlfriend, and stuff like that. Which they've been through the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And their voice on that is it's speechless.
It's good when you've got that sort of guidance, because a lot of fighters don't have that, other people to maybe lean on. And like you said, you've got the two boys there, one who's still fighting, one who's been through everything and created some special nights himself in Jamie. Look, signed Frank Warren. You've seen all the commotion that's gone on. It's been a great week for Queensbury boys. They're laughing. Frank's had a tremendous week in Saudi Arabia. Little tender over Eddie Hearn. You must want to be looking at that, thinking, you know what, get this fight done, and then you must want to get involved in that sort of format, that 5v5 concept. I know boxing's an individual sport, but it was exciting. You must want to get involved.
It was fantastic for boxing. Like even the night of it, like everyone's tuned in. Everyone's like, "Hey, watching the boxing? Hey, what you think? Like?" So everyone's talking about it, regardless. But me, Joe, and Jamie, we sat down and we spoke about things. The game plan for going forward. Get 2 more fights in, please God, this year. Touch wood, everything goes well, no injuries, and mate, next year 2025 is going to be a huge year, massive. It's going to be crazy.
When you look at where you are now, obviously we talk about bridging the gap in terms of opponents. 140 division's absolutely stacked from top to bottom. We've just seen, obviously, stablemate Josh Taylor going there with the likes of a Jack Cattrall. In terms of yourself, I know you're an honest guy. How far off them sort of levels do you feel you are now, or do you think you're close? I know it's hard because you've got to give yourself the credit, but you tell me.
Yeah, but maybe I'd say 8 months. I'd say 8 months.
Yeah.
Joe, he'd say now.
Yeah.
Well, look, we take it. Joe doesn't want to rush me. I'm still only 24 years of age. And Joe says, even Jamie as well, back home in Dublin, like, there's a huge market there for me, being in Dublin. Yeah. The likes of Conlan done it in Belfast, Frampton done it in Belfast, Katie Taylor's down in Dublin at the moment, Bernard Dunn also done it in Dublin at the moment, Willie Casey also done it down in Limerick. There's no one other than me to do it in Dublin. And I'm the next big hope, and I'm going to fulfil that.
I was going to say, and for I don't want to say this, but Irish boxing has got such a history. You just mentioned a little bit of it there. The fans, the everything. It must be such a privilege for you. Where we talked about it years ago, this next wave when the likes of yourself, Gary Cully was coming through, and a lot of many other fighters who talk about Kevin Agyarko and all these kind of names, and you're sort of at the front of that, leading the charge, trying to make waves. I remember I spoke to you in Belfast after one of your fights, and you could see how much family meant to you. It sort of got you a bit emotional about it. How much is that for getting world titles? How much is that like a motivating factor for you to, build a legacy for yourself, your name, and then in turn provide and give them a head start in life?
Coming where I come from, like, look, it's pretty much the gutters. If you growing up, there wasn't really much. Do you know what I mean? Like we always done things or whatnot, but like there's a lot of trouble happening. So for me, just to separate from that into boxing, there was no blueprint there for success to be one of those. Especially in the inner city, where everything was happening. But if you look, as I said before, Bernard Dunn, etc., they were all outside the city. So for me now, being inside the city, I'm more of an icon. I look at myself as a nobody when I'm at home, but for the young generation coming up, like, they look at me as an icon. And if I'm setting the blueprint for them to go wherever, it could be football, boxing, God knows, it could be anything. But if I'm instilling the driven and the drive into those individuals to become successful, well, then I'm winning regardless. That's only one aspect. That's only one part where I'm motivated. The other part is family. But yeah, I just want to retire most of my family and just say, look, we all work together now, and this is what we're doing here now, and this is the game plan going forward. And yeah, we were working our own times.
That's got to be the dream, hasn't it? We see all boxers want to become world champion, multi-weight, undisputed, but ultimately you come in this game with sometimes not a very lot. You don't see many, don't say quote unquote rich, wealthy people just bounce into boxing. It's normally people who've, working class, and they provide a family, want to provide for a family and give them a life that they never had growing up. Have you got a message for your fans and the people who will be coming to see you in Belfast, making that short trip for a good atmosphere?
Yeah, just be quick on the tickets because they're going literally rapidly. There's only a handful left. They're on my link. Go into my link and my bio on my Instagram, Pierce.O'Leary, or else go on my website, www.pierceo'leary.com. Get them ASAP because when they're gone, and there's no getting them. There's only small capacity left, so yes, tune in.
Yep, tune in, get behind this man. He's been doing his thing for a number of years now. I know Frank Warren's pleased to have him, and now obviously he's joined Conlan Boxing Management side of things. Pierce, appreciate you giving us a few minutes of your time. I know you've just done a grueling 3-4 hour session, so we'll catch up soon, and hopefully we'll have someone there fighting.
1,000,000%. Thanks very much for coming to the gym and getting some recognition.
No worries, appreciate it.